Hey everyone, Chaos Giga here, and in today's episode we are going to begin by adding the data packs, and we're also going to do a seed reveal too. So, to get things started, we're going to go in here. I've already upgraded to 1.16.1, so we don't have to worry about that. I do realize I did not have that done on the third episode, I believe. So we're going to go in here, we're going to click on the world, and we're going to hit edit. So now, and we're going to go to our data packs folder here. So there's nothing in here. So I've got an updated version of the Timber mod so far. I'm going to put that in there. Okay, so now I got all the Vanilla Tweaks files in here. Basically just go to vanillatweaks.com and click all the ones that you want. I've got the 1.16 ones that are available right now. I think I'm going to hold off and put the other ones that I like, which is the dye packs. The one to be able to turn charcoal into ink sacs, or coal into ink sacs. Basically it takes 2 charcoal and 2 coal to make an ink sac, and I actually like that one because it makes it easier for me to get my black dye. And then there is another one I like, which is the one for string. It allows you to turn a block of wool into string. And there's some other ones that I like too, but I'm just going to hold off on putting them in my world until after maybe they come out with an updated version for 1.16. So first things first, you need to use your 7-zip to extract 2. I always extract 2 right here in the data packs folder. So I've already done that, so now I can delete this. And we're going to go into that folder that was just made, and we're going to copy all of these. And we're just going to back out of that folder and paste. So there they are. And now we can delete this folder as well. Okay, so now we got all these files in here. We're going to close out of this. Go back into the game. We're going to click Save. Load the world. You can do this for Optifine too. That's another data pack. I do have the Timber data pack. I actually got that from Planet Minecraft. Alright, so anyway, we're going to hit Escape. We're going to load up this menu. We're going to hit Open to LAN, and then we're going to allow cheats on. No, so we have to do that. We have to start LAN world. So, backspace, reload, and that will activate all the data packs you just put on the game. Some of them might actually require you to do more than that, but that's all we're going to do. And then we're just going to hit Escape. We're going to save and quit to title, and then it'll take away our cheats option again, or at least it should, when we start again. So we'll go back in here and see if it brings up any of the commands, and no, it does not. So the cheats are deactivated again. So now you can see that I can't use the commands, obviously. So now, as you can see, I have a full suit of armor on now. Yep, rocking the armor. Finally, no longer naked. So basically, what we're going to do today is I wanted to show off one of my favorite mods, which is the Timber mod. And basically what it allows us to do is to harvest an entire tree. And this pack has been updated to include the netherite axes, as well as the stone, iron, and the wood axes if you are a fan of wood. I'm not really a big fan of the wood stuff. I just can't be. But basically, and I just broke my axe, but that's okay. That was for showing you. There is a way to edit it to where your character will just automatically get everything into their inventory, and I think I'm going to do that at some point in time. But today's episode was basically just going to be about data packs, which we just did, and building a house, like a legitimate house over by the village. So yeah, so I can actually have a house to call my home, and basically store all my crap in, right? Because that's basically what we do in Minecraft, right? We mine and store a lot of stuff so we can build even bigger and better things. Okay, so I'm going to start using my Timber mod to get me a lot of spruce trees and probably some birch, maybe some birch. And then I'm going to meet you back over at the village to start building my house. Alrighty, so I've got basically everything I need to build my house, but now the tough part begins, which is deciding a good location basically to begin laying down a foundation. Basically for a foundation, I usually just lay down like the 4 posts, or at least the area that I'm going to build the house around, which would be the floor, obviously. And there's a zombie, so let's get rid of that guy real quick. Okay. So I'm thinking that the villager breeder, when I get the chance to do it, it'll be after the house, obviously. But I need to be careful where I build it at. I need to build it in a flat location, so it might actually have to go right here, and then I can just capture the villagers in a boat and take them down to where I need them, or over to where I need them, basically. So I'm trying to figure out a decent layout for this house and the iron farm and the villager breeder. So I've got a lot of things in mind here to do, and I'm thinking, you know, I might actually want to keep it within this vicinity, and this does look like a good spot to start. So I might just have to, I don't know, dig up some dirt and then place the house right here. I think that'll work. I think this is the location we're going to build our house at. And this way we can have another place for the villagers to get to in case they can't make it to the huts over there and it gets dark faster. Obviously, I'm not going to really care too much about the villagers out here, except for the ones in the breeder. Sorry. So, I'm just going to go ahead and get started on this then. Okay, so the grass is all cleared out. I kind of put some dirt, added like one line of dirt here. And we've done 10 by 14. We're going to go by 10 by 14 wide. Usually I would put a porch or something on this. I think we will do that on the back side kind of here, and but we'll see how far we can get with what we've got. So I'm going to use the birch planks to basically make the floor on the inside of the build, if you will, and then I'm going to use cobblestone for the walls. I know that's kind of weird, but actually I might actually use birch for the walls. Let's see how much birch we can get away. Dude, seriously, you're all up in my way. I do actually like the look of the new look of the golems. They look really awesome now with this resource pack. But basically, we're going to make this a lot bigger than the little hut. The hut was, of course, the first shelter we ever built in the game. I do recommend when you're doing these projects, if you're farther away from your like normal shelter, like you're not making the shelter or adding on to the shelter, definitely bring a bed and a crafting table. Obviously, those are the 2 most important things in Minecraft when you first start. So let's go ahead and try to fill this in entirely, and we'll see exactly how much we have left. I mean, worst comes to worst, I have to go farm some more trees, and that's fine. All right, so I'm in the woods just behind the village here, and I was just thinking to myself, wow, that's a nice lava flow. We got plenty of lava out here, and then I turn around after I'm harvesting a tree, and I find another one of these. This one actually has crying obsidian. This is just so awesome. We have 2 of these now. I want to actually go up to this one here. This one here is actually still standing, so I only have to place so many blocks, which is just perfect. So I have 2 portals that are really close to each other. One of them is actually close enough to the village to be used, which is awesome. So I can keep it far enough away from the village that anything that spawns through it I won't have to worry about. And oh my goodness. Well, I definitely want the golden helmet, and these will come in fantastically for lanterns, so yes, we definitely want that. I might actually come back for everything else in the chest, but for now, I mean, this is just brilliant. What is there, 3 more blocks? No, just 2 more there. So we're missing some, but we can get the others from over there at the other one. So yeah, that's just perfect. This is like the most perfect seed yet. And by the way, I will be delivering the seed information a little bit later. Just a little bit later in the video. Probably towards the end. Yeah, let's just say at the end. Alright, so I'm back over at the house location. I've decided I'm going to put a little bit of a back porch in, and it's just going to be like cobblestone coming out and then some stairs, I think. Some stairs on the end of it here. So, let's see what it looks like here when I get done. But so this is just going to be the back one. Obviously, I'm going to have to make another door or something. But and then I'll have these pillars go all the way up to a little roof that sticks out from the back. And on the front side here, we're going to do a little bit larger scale one. So maybe with the front porch entrance, that's what I'm thinking. So it can actually be about the same. Let's go like 2 in, I think. Well, 3 in if we technically count the wall, I guess, there. So let's go right here. And then come over here. Be right here, correct? Okay, correct. All right, so kind of iffy here. Have to fill in the base with some stone, it looks like. Basically, this is just going to be like a stone porch that comes out, so we'll have to improvise here a little bit. So this right here will be all stone for the floor on it, but well, maybe I should fill this in on the bottom. I think I'll fill this in on the bottom real quick and I'll see what it looks like, and if I don't like it, I'll just take it back down. Alright, so I'm kind of liking this already. I did make this like too deep for the stone. Eventually I might change it out, but I think right now that's going to work. This just adds more space. For like storage if I need more chests and stuff, and just more room, you know. So that's why I like to do kind of like bigger aspects going into my house whenever I'm in single player, just because well, there's just a lot of stuff that you can farm in Minecraft, and I think the last touch will be some corner posts here, just coming out from the front of this porch, just like that. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. The only thing I'm kind of missing right now is some glass. I would really like some glass, but we can always make up some glass later. Right now I think I'll just use fence posts for windows. And but right now we're going to work on putting in the walls for this place. I think out here we're just going to keep this all as well, I'm just going to leave it the way it is for right now, but we'll work on maybe a fence post type of thing in here. Not exactly sure yet, but yeah. Let's go ahead and add on to our pillars here for the corners. And I'm going to start putting in the walls, which are going to be all birch. So let's go ahead and switch back to that, and we'll go ahead and put in the first part of the wall without hopefully messing up like that. I'm not exactly sure, but I think, yeah, I think we'll do like fence gates out there and then a double door coming inside. So right there will be the double door. Yeah, I think that's going to work out great, and I need to stop doing that. Alright, so we can get some kind of idea what this is going to look like. I've got my fence gates in. I mean, it's kind of... it kind of works. I think it works. I like it. I'm liking it so far. Basically, what I think I could do is just leave like non-essential or non-important things out here on the porch, so like building blocks and chests or something like that. And this is just a huge entrance way, pretty much. And I think with it being basically 3.25 blocks high, basically, with the fence, I could put carpets on here so I can actually run and jump over the fence. So that would actually make it kind of easy for that type of thing. We're going to go ahead and put our windows in, which are basically just going to be wooden fence posts for now. It's about the best I can do at the moment until I get some glass, but I think that's going to work just fine. I think that'll be alright. a single window like fence post there. Okay, so that should do it for that, and I think we'll actually do this as well. Extend that out like that, and I'm not going to put fence gates on this, just in here, just be wide open, I believe. Okay, and then I'm going to build the doorways and put the doors in, and then we can get started on working on a second floor, I suppose. I want to make a, well, make kind of like an attic, I guess. It's just going to be a normal home, because I really don't need that much storage in here, if you think about it, because this is my single player realm. So I don't really need to worry about other people, taking care of other people, so we can have like a little storage hut somewhere over here when I get that far. So that's kind of nice, and I'm basically just trying to keep this as simple as possible for myself. So I need to go get my bed. It's basically just a place I can come and sleep at, and just do some things, and maybe just keep my valuables like my armors and stuff like that, keep that here, because obviously I'm going to put some sort of roof that'll be fireproof, which I really don't have to worry about it being fireproof because there's no lava nearby and I don't have a campfire nearby yet. And basically, if you use wood, it's just important to keep in mind that fire will burn it down, unless of course it's the wood from the nether. Obviously now we have that option as well. So basically, for roofs, if you're going to use wood for the roofs, I would highly recommend the stuff from the nether. Or you can also, there's a setup to where you can make it to where things won't burn with using a fire tick setting, which is a cheat. But that is totally up to you because it is your world, obviously. But yeah, that is an option that you can use, obviously. Alright, so for now, I am going to work on, I think, the rest of this, and go from there. But I need to switch back to this real quick. I want to finish up this little porch here. Yeah, there we go. That looks a little better. Yeah, I think I'm going to have an awning that comes down here too, so... And this obviously will come out of the house too. Yeah, and then I'm going to probably build a ladder to go up into the loft area, and then we can just use that for extra storage space if I really need to, but I really don't see me needing that much space in a single player world. I just really don't. So I think what we'll do now is place the doors, and then I'll go ahead and I will cut the video, and we will come back after I've got this basically up to the loft area. Starting on the awning for the back porch, and it's not looking too bad actually. I'm going to use cobblestone for the lower portions of the basically the awnings, and well, the end portions of the awning for the top of the house, the roof of the house, and the awnings basically. So we'll see what that looks like, but I think it's going to look great. I'm mixing a whole bunch of different things in here, I know, and some people might actually find that kind of weird, but at the same time, I just like it. I mean, creativity is not limited at all in Minecraft, and that's what I like about it. I'm gonna begin turning this on the sides here. So there we go. Now I gotta start coming up with the back side here, which I'm not really sure how I want this to go, but that's why we got the dirt, so we can at least try to figure out something. It's always, I think it's always important to keep a stack of dirt on you, especially when you're making a build, because it's like one of the easiest things in early game just to destroy it with your player's fists. So I mean, it's like one of the easiest things to use instead of scaffolding if you don't have bamboo readily available to yourself. Probably an obvious fact for most people that are watching, but for those that are new definitely something to keep in mind. And that right there, totally laid down fog. That's going to happen quite a bit actually with me. Okay, so we got the lower part of the roof done basically. I just need to start putting in the rest of it. And once we get to that floor, I will make the attic floor, but for now, we're just going to worry about building this up to where it needs to be at for each section of the roof. And basically, it's going to start right now with this. So spruce stairs. That's what I'm going to build the roof out of. It's going to be a little bit darker than the birch, obviously, and then the birch I'll just build up the walls with on the sides until we get it done there. So I should have it just about done. I won't put in the attic floor just yet because I also need to come up with some more sticks to build a ladder or some way of getting up to the attic as well. And then I also need to figure out a layout for inside here. But I think pretty much right now this is just what it's gonna look like. We're gonna have maybe some chests in here for some rare items, some workstations obviously, like a crafting table and maybe a furnace. Eventually we'll get to work on a super smelter, but that'll be after I find some bamboo, I think. Okay, I had to farm some more spruce trees, and I actually replanted all the trees this time. I'm not going to be that mean. This is a single player world, and I'm going to have to start taking responsibility for all the trees that I harvest. Because if I don't, I will run out of them very quickly, because I am really bad at that. But eventually I will probably work on a tree farm, or at least an area to make a tree farm, so that way I don't have to destroy the forests, if you will. So basically the roof is completely done, I believe, but we are going to first put up some torches on the outside here. Kind of give this a little bit more light. Yeah, I'm going to put some torches all around the outside here for a little bit. Already took care of this porch. This actually doesn't look too bad. I actually like it. It's kind of cartoonish anyway. This is not going to be like the end-all, beat-all home forever, and I'm still not done. I still got to put some upside-down staircases on this, just to kind of make it look legitimately complete. So I guess we can go ahead and do that real quick, so you guys can see exactly how I've been doing this. So the dirt comes into play here really nicely, actually. Alright. Yes, so that looks perfect. While I was building this house, the villagers bred at some point in time, and because my bed was laying out here, so they had a baby villager. He's already grown up into an adult villager, so now I have an extra villager over here, which is nice for breeding purposes. It means we have some villagers here that are willing to breed at least. I'll still have to light up the porch, I think, but other than that, this is looking really, really great. I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and put more stairs up here, just to kind of finish this off here. And I don't know how, I just managed to luck out, I guess, that the roof was had the right amount of spaces to come together with the stairs. Now obviously the reason why I use stairs for my roofs is because mobs do not spawn on stairs. So that is important to know. Mobs will not spawn on stairs. They also won't spawn on bottom slabs. So if you're wanting to build just a lazy hut with bottom slabs, I know I stated that in the first episode of the season here, and that was that bottom slabs will not allow mobs to spawn. But I'm going to reiterate that again, so you don't have to use stairs. But stairs just make builds kind of look more pleasing to the eyes, I suppose. So last thing to do would be to put some more torches in here, and we'll check our light levels, but it looks like we're going to have to, yeah, we're going to have to put a couple more on the outside of the door here. I think that might be all we need, because it looks like, nope. Let's go ahead and put one on the back of the middle step. That's going to do it. Alright, let's check the inside. I know I put torches all around on the inside, but the roof is now enclosing the entire area. It looks like 9 is the lowest. 8 is what is required for mobs in order to spawn. And I'm not going to put an attic in here. Obviously, the roof is not tall enough for that. I really don't see the point in needing one in a single-player realm or single-player world. So we're just going to leave it at what we got. Light levels are good. I'm liking that. Now all I have to do is basically in my own spare time is move all my stuff over here. I'm going to start working on better farms. But after I mine, I'm gonna mine some more in my mine before coming over here most likely. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today's episode, with the exception of the fact that we need to check our seed. So let's do that real quick. Go back inside our little house here. Alright, so in order for us to do this, we're going to have to again hit escape. Vanilla in, I believe. Well, actually, let's go ahead and I believe we have to, because I believe it's a cheat. No, it's not. Okay, so that's good. At least I can put in the seed. So there is the seed for anybody that's wanting it. I'm obviously going to write it down, so that way I have it for myself. And basically, the seed is very important. Seed can be used in a app called Chunkbase.com. There's several apps that you can use. I don't know if they've updated it more recently for 1.16, but apparently when I was looking up the worlds that have been spawned in with the 1.15, at least the ones that my brother and I have created together, they still seem to be very accurate. The only thing that's not going to show up is probably the new portals, obviously, the wrecked portals, if you will, for the Nether. But anyway, that's going to do it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I plan on the next episode building the villager breeder. So I will have that laid out. I'll have all my supplies ready to go for that. And then once that is done, I'll probably just build some free fields in my spare time, like I said. And I'm also going to do quite a bit of mining because I need to get some diamonds so I can get a diamond pick so we can get to the Nether a little bit early. Because I need some quartz. We're going to need quartz for the iron farm and some other farms that are coming up because we need those for the observers. So again, I will catch you in the next episode.